Hello everybody, my name is James D. Lee. I'm a Warner Brothers Discovery investor, shareholder. Yes, you actually get to see a face of one of the people that you always hear about being shareholders getting mad or getting upset about something at a company or holding somebody into accountability. Well, that's me. I'm one of them, and I am one of Warner Brothers Discovery's shareholders. Now, what does that mean? It means that they use my money to leverage loans and what they need to make movies, whatever, or pay bills or whatever they need to. That's where I come in. So I get to have a say, and I get to say stuff, and I get to scream and yell when stuff go bad. But today I'm going to talk about where we're standing at as entertainment and together. Now, I don't just pay attention to what's going on here in the United States. I pay attention to what's going on in Japan and Europe and like that as well. And I have talked about the state of Warner Brothers, DC Comics, and stuff like that, and how we need to turn around to make it profitable and make it a better company. But what I have heard coming out of Japan just completely floored me. And this is a wake-up call for channels that Warner Brothers owns, like CNN, TBS, TNT, Cartoon, all those channels. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about the complete collapse of Fuji TV. Fuji TV used to be, it was the big production company, TV company, whatever entertainment company you want to call to. But after the last couple of years, they've gotten really into some trouble. And how bad has this trouble gotten to? Well, they lost all their advertisers. Every advertiser has left. They have no advertising whatsoever. They're talking about financial hit of, I think it was like almost 100 billion, maybe more, yen. That comes out to about $123 million. But for that company, that's a big hit. We don't look at it that big here because that's what we spend on movies and stuff like that. But if you want to put it in perspective, imagine CNN losing all of its advertisers in one day. That means every advertiser that you see on CNN gone. They pull all their advertising, they pull everything out, and you're sitting there with a channel with no advertisement. Now, advertising is a huge market. It is a huge part of television entertainment because without it, a lot of stuff cannot be paid for and made. Yes, we have deals with, say, Comcast and AT&T and stuff like that to run our channels, but the problem is, as we're losing viewership, we need the advertisers, and we need more of them to keep us financially secure. As you can tell when you go over to Tubi, what's Tubi got? They've got advertisers. That's why you don't pay for Tubi. They have a lot of advertisers, and they're paying really good money for it. You think about it. Tubi got the Super Bowl, and you could watch it for free. That means no cable, no nothing, but you could watch it for free, and you still got the ads and everything like that because Tubi knows how to do their financial responsibilities. Now, why do I bring this up? I'm bringing this up as a warning to CNN, and you could say as a warning to the other parts of Warner Brothers. If you do not contain and control the people that work there into how they act without ramifications, you're going to suffer. And we're already seeing that with CNN's ratings. Right now, CNN, I know the last 2 quarters, probably this quarter coming up, it's going to be 3 quarters that they're going to basically say CNN's worthless. That means it's not worth any money. And I don't like hearing that. I don't like hearing any of that stuff go down. Because why? We cannot afford to keep throwing hundreds of millions of dollars away, especially some of my money, and have it end up not being used right, not bringing back a profit. And see, without a profit, your company is going to crumble. Without profit, any company will fail. You have got to start having profit. And we have to start doing things better. And right now, we're not doing that. We're not even close to doing that. And why do I say that? If you go back and look at our filming that Warner Brothers did last year, 2024, we had, I want to say, 2, maybe 3 hits, which was Godzilla, Dune, and Beetlejuice. Everything else bombed. You know, we lost money on almost everything else. And I'm sitting here going like, why are we doing this? We know our market. We know our audience. Give the audience what they want. And now what I'm seeing is all this stuff that we failed in was most likely because of the underhanded money that U.S. aid did and sent to the studios. I don't know how much Warner Brothers got. I'm probably going to send a letter to find out. But we need to stop taking federal money. We need to make movies to get people into the theaters. We need to make TV shows that people want to watch. And what I mean by TV shows, I'm not talking 8 episodes. I'm not talking 10 episodes. I'm talking 24 episodes. People are not going to sit and wait a year for 8 episodes. 24 episodes? Yeah, they'll sit a half a year to wait for it. But we've got to do better with our money. We've got to be better stewards of our money because we can't afford this. We can't afford what's going on. You know, I've heard rumors of branching off into 2 different companies where Warner Brothers movies and stuff goes in one way, TV goes another way, which I wouldn't have a problem with that. I think, for me, if it was movies and say DC Comics went with the movies and then all the TV channels and TV productions went a different direction, I think that would work pretty good. That way we could have more focus on what we need to, because right now, I know we have 2 sets of boards that meet with the major board. Well, that's kind of how we're running the company as it is now, which is a good way to run a company. To keep everything, you have boss per thing and they answer to the bigger boss. That works fine. But you got to have a stability across the line on everything. Like, say the movies are doing great, DC Comics is doing bad. TV's doing great, but CNN's doing bad. Okay, if I've got 2 that are working great and I got 2 that are working bad, I need to go in and fix the 2 that are working bad and not just forget it. And that's what we're doing. We're forgetting it because we have 2 that are working good and 2 that are working bad. Plus, with the sports and everything that we're trying to do, I think, we have a good light at the end of the tunnel. But we have to go further. We have to get everything back on track like we had it. And we have to understand, our audience, are we going to go for the 90% of America or the 10% loony left? Okay, because right now it looks like we're going for the 10%, and that does not pay our bills. We have to go for the 90%, the 80% of normal, everyday people, and we're not doing that. The other thing we need to stop doing is preaching about, if you don't accept this, you're evil. If you don't accept this, you're wrong. No. We need to understand, people are different. People act different. That's just nature. But our movies need to hit home. Our movies need to hit that people want to see it. Okay? And a lot of these proactive projects that the USAID didn't hit home. They were garbage. We need to stop. We have to rethink everything and do everything right. We need to do our movies right. We need to do our TV shows right. We really need to fix CNN. Because the only reason people are watching CNN, and I'm going to tell the truth, is to watch stupid parts that we can put on Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok because of how stupid people are acting on that show, on the network. And I mean, we got to stop some of this stuff. I do like having positive stuff, I like to say, but there's more negative stuff than there is positive stuff. And there's a lot of stuff we've got to fix. So here I am again, talking about what's going on. But the wake-up call to me was what's happening with Fuji TV. And the way they're handling it, to me, is completely wrong. But again, that's Fuji TV, that's Japan, it's their business. But it is a wake-up call to say, if it can happen to Fuji TV, it can happen to CNN, it can happen to anything in Warner Bros., it can happen to Disney, it can happen to any company. And it's a scary thought, you know. I don't like losing money. I don't like seeing people get fired. But if we go down that path and we end up like Fuji TV, then there's going to be a whole lot of people getting fired and a whole lot of people losing money. So we need to pay attention very closely to what we're doing. Okay, that's my rant for this time. I wish I had better news for y'all. I wish I had better stuff for y'all to say. Don't forget, tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, on the studio, we will be doing our weekly draw stream. So you'll get to see stuff. You'll get to see what I do. You get to see stuff like this. Oops, it's a white sheet of paper. Anyway, you'll get to see stuff that we draw and we do, and the fun we have. So let me see. Yeah. So you'll get to see stuff like this. This is one of my witch blades. So you'll get to see that and other artwork that we do, and we do it live. That's right, we do it live. So you get to actually see us do our artwork, do everything live, and talk bull. So join us tonight. I wish I had more stuff to say, but for me, we can't be like Fuji TV. We can't do that. We can't afford to do that. So, my name is James D. Lee. I'm a Warner Brothers Discovery Investor shareholder, and I'll talk to you again next time when I have some more news. All right, talk to you later. Bye.